Hello, everyone. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is testing. Okay, you can hear me. Yes. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Paulo, and welcome to Community Town Hall. This is something that we host once a month, and it's been a while, right? So since January, and now we are here back at it at Feb, and a lot has happened. We have launched about 30 plus apps since last month. We are gearing up for Epoch, and we'll tell you all about it. We've gone all around the globe with our different events, and we have and this is the place to be if you want to look into what Kaia is doing next, what kind of apps are coming up, how you can participate in the community, in DeFi, in games, in RWA, and everything else. We have some alpha our ambassador program later on as well. So quite a lot to dig into. So let's dive into it. We'll first go to with our recap with John. John, take the stage, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Paulo. Good to be back. I know it's been a while since we've had this kind of like traditional, if you will, format of the town hall. So yeah, it's good to have this back so we can kind of like directly, engage and converse with you guys. But Sam is actually out today because he's in ETH Denver, speaking to our North American partners. So I will be taking over the monthly recap. Just side note, the reason why Sam is at ETH Denver is because obviously, we're 4 weeks out from the launch of the DApp portal, and there's been a ton of enthusiasm and interest in Kaia from partners on the stateside. So that's why Sam's over there right now meeting with them. And we have, very specific metrics that we can share with them now. So yeah, it's definitely the conversation is a lot smoother now. But on to the recap. So since the January town hall was more focused on the DApp portal launch, I'll just kind of give everybody like a quick recap of the key milestones that happened in January and February. I'm sure you're aware of most of these because these are shared via our official Twitter accounts. If you're not following our official Twitter account, make sure you are. But first and foremost, in January, we actually uploaded the stablecoin summer proposal to the governance forum, and it was voted. It was passed. And the stablecoin summer was basically a proposal that recommended the deployment of a native stablecoin to the Kaia chain, as well as all the requisite kind of like money Legos and primitives that go with the launch of a native stablecoin. Now, I can't get into too much detail and details around the actual stablecoin that we're looking to onboard. But what I can say is it's going to be happening very soon. We are finalizing the fine line, the fine print right now at the moment as we speak. I can't say which stablecoin deployer we're going to be onboarding, but what I can say is it's going to be a tier 1 stablecoin provider that has the licenses, if you will, that you would expect from a regulatory compliant deployer. So yeah, I can't say which specific deployer, but I can say it's a tier 1 regulatory compliant global deployer. Yeah, so there was that. Another cool thing that happened was the Kaia chain was integrated into Fireblocks. Fireblocks is the world's #1 institutional custodians service provider and infrastructure. And if you're not familiar with why it's important to be integrated into a custodian service like Fireblocks, a lot of the centralized exchanges like Coinbase and also a lot of the institutional funds actually use Fireblocks custodian services. So having Kaia chain integrated into Fireblocks makes, like, for example, future listings or like investments from institutional like VCs or like funds a lot smoother. In relation to Kaia Wave and DApp portal, we had the launch on January 22nd. We launched initially with 32 mini dApps. Right now we have 41. We did share that in the first 10 days, we were able to secure 10 million users to the DApp portal. Now it's been 4 weeks. So I can tell you that number is now closer to around 35 million users that have registered for the DApp portal, which is kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. 35 million people, that's a nation. Also, last week, we launched the official desktop version of the DApp portal. Obviously, we launched with Lion users in mind first. But now, since we understand not everybody has a Line Messenger account or has access to Line Messenger, but are really interested in like, playing our mini dApps, for those guys, we created the desktop version. So you'll have a very seamless experience. You can log in using your browser extension Kaia Wallet. And yeah, it's just a very seamless experience on desktop as well. But of course, the ideal UX UI will always be through the Line Messenger. So if you can, should definitely download Line Messenger and experience it through there. Also, it's the specific timing around this is not final yet, but we will actually be supporting WeChat login to the desktop version of the dApp portal soon as well. And together with the mini dApp launch, we have a ton of great partners like Gate.io, Mexi, BitGet, KuCoin, and Hashkey commit the support to helping us grow the mini dApp ecosystem. So my expectation from this kind of partnership is that you'll see a lot of the tokens that are that go through TG with the mini dApps being listed on these exchanges, which helps kind of like facilitate liquidity and also promote positive price action. And at the moment on Kaia Square, we have the mini dApp growth competition running at the moment. What this is about is basically the mini dApp with the most number of on-chain transactions are rewarded rewards. And we kind of gamified it by ranking, giving mini dApps rankings. But the great thing about this is the more transactions they generate on-chain, the more rewards they get. But these rewards aren't just going to the builders, but they're also going to the users of that dApp as well. So definitely you should, if you're part of the mini dApp community, you should definitely talk to the project team and get them to kind of like participate and facilitate their kind of growth through this competition. And in terms of events, we're only just in February, but we've already had the biggest event of the year so far. It was Consensus Hong Kong. We participated, but we didn't actually participate in the main event. We were there because Hong Kong is the hub for Asia's, especially in the Chinese-speaking region, Asia's VCs and builders. So we were there basically morning to evening meeting with our VCs and builders who were obviously there because they were so interested in mini dApp. And like I said earlier, now that the mini dApp has launched, we had very specific metrics that we could share with our partners, which kind of like fueled the fire, right? So there's a ton of enthusiasm right now for what we're doing, which is great to see. And a little fun note: we started the KBBQ DAO. So basically, what it is, it's like an organization of industry professionals, builders, investors, even retail users, KOLs that are all intertwined and kind of like brought together because of Kaia. And so what we're going to be doing in the future is we'll definitely be participating in a lot more offline events around the world, but not necessarily as like an official Kaia event, but potentially as like small BBQ DAO kind of like events, partnering with co-sponsors and other like ecosystem players. I feel like as if that's probably like the best way to really like build a network, especially within the industry. So I guess the point I'm trying to reach is there's going to be a lot more offline activations that everybody will be able to participate in. So make sure you follow our official Luma for any Kaia related events. And that is it for the recap.
Thanks, John. We are a nation of 35 million people in Kaia. So yeah, in case you missed it, a huge teaser for the stables. And speaking of Kaia Wave, I think we have a lot to speak to about with our next point person here, with Nate. Let's go ahead for Kaia Wave, Nate.
Yeah, hello. This is Nate. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yep, next page, please. Yep, great. Hello, this is Nate from Kaia Wave. First of all, Kaia Wave is moving forward smoothly. Our goal is to help mini dApp on Kaia succeed and ensure that their success contributes to the overall Kaia ecosystem. So let me quickly share the latest update. Since the launch of dApp Portal and mini dApp on January 22nd, we have successfully onboarded 41 mini dApps, as John mentioned. We're continuously improving the service quality to make it easier for Web2 users to enjoy. And And as a result, our service is being recognized as being better quality than other messenger-based platforms. To speed up the onboarding process, we are making improvement moving forward. We will provide SDKs immediately after application applied, and prioritize onboarding teams that first develop a demo version to us. This will allow us to onboard more the app efficiently. And Web3 users tend to use desktop device more frequently compared to Web2 users to accommodate users in country where line is unavailable. We have launched a web version. We also strengthen our Web3 focused marketing to attract more users. And additionally, we are working on integrating WeChat login into the DA portal. This will make it easier for Chinese user to access our services and allow more users across Asia to experience mini apps. We can already feel the growing interest in Kaia and Line mini apps in China. To enhance usability, we have introduced a ranking-based display and added a share function, making it easier for users to recommend the app to their Line's friends. And in terms of the app sourcing, at Consensus Hong Kong and in Denver, we saw and we're seeing overwhelming interest from developers. Many DApps are reaching out to us, and several major Web2 gaming companies are in discussion to onboard to mini DApp and DApp portal. I think it's very clear that big game companies are increasingly interested in HTML5 based mini DApps, and we have a great platform, right? And Kaia Foundation and Line are actively supporting mini DApps to help them succeed. The biggest mini DApp so far, I think, is Elderglade. Is recorded 2.1 million unique new registered users. And we continue to scale user acquisition through Line and KOL marketing. And many DApps are planning to issue their own tokens to enhance their in-game economies and reward users. To support this, we are working closely with top-tier global CX for DApp-related communication. And we are also preparing DEX listing and integration with the Kaia portal. We will introduce this at the right time. Lastly, we are seeing steady growth in organic content from DApps. More mini DApps and their partner are promoting themselves, so leading to increase the exposure, which is a very promising trend, I think. Next page, please. This is the direction of Kaia Web and how we expand our Kaia ecosystem. Let's talk about future direction. Even though the market is quite unstable, we're clear about where we're heading. Our first goal is to bring large number of users into mini apps by targeting both Line, Messenger, and Web3 users. Kaia biggest strength is a strong connection with Line Messenger. So we are focusing heavily on acquiring Line users. Right now, we are in phase 1, so which is all about bringing in users. Once we attract a large user base, we need mini apps that can grow consistently. We are focusing on apps with high potential and supporting their growth. These apps are investing in their own marketing efforts to expand their user base now. In the next phase, a mini app will issue their own token, allowing users to be rewarded and airdropped for their contribution. One of the biggest difference between Web2 and Web3, I think, is that in Web3 industry or Web3 scene, users can earn reward based on how much they contribute to a game or services. So we want to bring this experience to Line users. to ensure a healthy and sustainable economy, we are working on CX/DX listing and building easy access point for more users. I think this is page 2. Yeah, ultimately, our goal is to enable users to earn real value through on-chain asset. The token that user earn should not only be useful within a single Minity app, but should also have broader utility across the entire ecosystem, in Kaia ecosystem. So when we think about why we invest in Web3 services today, I think it is because we have experienced earning tokens and making real profits in Web3. So we want to replicate this success for more users. This is page 3. Right now, we are fully focused on page 1, while also preparing for page 2 and page 3. Today, I will share more detail on how we can drive short-term goals, and we will continue updating you on our progress toward the next page. Yeah, next page, please. Yeah, this is the last page. We plan to focus on Line's key regions. As you may know, Line Messenger has 200 million users in Japan, Taiwan, and Thailand. Additionally, our internal data analysis shows that Japan and Taiwan rank 1 and 2, and rank first and second. In total transaction volume, with outstanding user metric across the board. Notably, mini DApp transaction volume and ARPPU, which means average revenue per paying user. ARPPU are exceptionally high among Japanese and Taiwanese users. Based on our internal analysis, their ARPPU is significantly higher, even compared to top-tier Web2 services or games. This aligns perfectly with what we have identified as our core strengths. I think key advantage of Line Kaia over other messenger platform and other L2 solution, L1 solution is that we provide a direct gateway to high-spending Japanese and Taiwanese users. Additionally, Line Messenger is not just a secondary app, right? So it is a super app deeply integrated into users' daily lives. I think this is really differentiates us from other platforms. And given that strengths, we will double down on the Line channel. We can leverage Line-based marketing aggressively, as user acquisition costs online are lower compared to the other channel. Since Line Messenger is widely used as a national messenger in these regions, right? Advertising and promotion within the platform in Line Messenger can lead to a seamless user flow into DApp portal and mini DApps without high churn rate. And we're continuously working to eliminate reward abusing users. We have analyzed researched abusing pattern and are adjusting the reward distribution scheme accordingly. By collaborating with the Line FDS team, a fraud detection system team, we ensure ongoing monitoring and improve user quality in reward distribution. And lastly, we want to focus on Line for growth. We plan to actively acquire users by distributing Line Point. Line Point is some point where user can very easily in Line ecosystem. Distributing Line Point as a Web2 user onboarding strategy based on our analysis. Line Point campaign event among the most efficient marketing plan within Line. A small reward will be given for simple action like just game playing and inviting a friend, but a larger reward will be allocated for Kaia payment, encouraging a deeper user engagement. So to prevent abusing, we will focus on high ARPPU Japanese and Taiwanese user, while filtering out yeah, problematic lesions, right? We are launching a profit sharing referral program with Web3 carriers in Web3 sector, targeting Japan, Taiwan, Thailand, and key English-speaking Web3 markets. Unlike a one-time carrier promotion, this program is designed to encourage continuous content creation and sustained engagement. KOL referral rewards will be tied to actual transaction revenue. We are also working with local crypto exchange to expand it to Web3 user base. In crypto exchange, a local crypto exchange, a Kaia purchase and payment reward campaign for exchange user is in development, and I think we will be announced. We will announce soon. And I think this is done, and this is the Kaia Wave progress update. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Nate. So TLDR for our audience, we are very focused on this market, and in case you missed it, that's 41 only that have started out with 40 plus steps, right? And most of them will have TGE. Most of the users will be rewarded, and that's just the start, right? And then there are more and more of these apps that are coming on board, and we're getting better at preventing abuse as well. So I think we're really building something meaningful here. So kudos to the team. Thanks for the update, Nate. And we'll move on to Kaya Portal, which is another way of leveraging the strength of Kaya.
Okay.
Aiden.
Thank you, Paulo. Paulo, can you refresh the slide? I think, yeah, there was a typo on my slide. And
Okay, one moment.
okay, thank you. And yeah, before starting talking about Kaya Portal, I apologize that I'm sorry that we delayed the launch date of Kaya Portal Mission Epoch 2. As you know, recently there are high volatility on crypto market, and this volatility make our ecosystem partners to adjust their TGE schedule and marketing schedule and airdrop schedule. So yes, it was not a great time to maximize the impact of Kaya Portal mission. So yeah, so and also if we launch the portal mission, then it is hard to get attention because of the market situation. And so that is why we delayed the launch date. And I believe this delay will help you guys to get more chances to get the better benefit with our mission. So please understand the current situation and our decisions. And if you have already accessed on Kaya Portal website, then probably you already get the early access boost. The boost is still the boost remains intact, so you still use the boost in the upcoming mission. And if you didn't join Kaya Portal website, then you can get all the access boost until we start the Kaya Portal Epoch 2. So you have more time to get the boost. Okay. Even though we delayed the portal mission, I will explain briefly about the Kaya Portal mission Epoch 2. So Kaya Portal mission Epoch 2 has two types of point system and also two types of mission categories corresponding. So the first one is the mission for ecosystem ticket. You will get rewarded as ecosystem ticket, and the mission is called daily mission. So it is you can try this mission every day, and you can get the ticket as a reward. And the other mission type is liquidity missions, and you can get ecosystem points as a reward of the mission participants, and it is the same as the last epoch missions. So you can provide liquidity and then you can get the point. So currently, because we didn't disclose all participants, some of the project names and their icons and the textbook names has blinded, but the design looks like that. So you will see this soon. So in the next page, I will explain a little bit more about the missions. So the ecosystem ticket and its missions are designed for the beginner the DeFi beginner. So because of the Limeade app, we have lots of Web2 users, and probably they don't know about what is DeFi and how to provide liquidity. So this mission will provide easy onboarding experience for that kind of users. So the only thing you can do is buy the mission tokens equivalent to $10, and then stake the token on Kaia Portal website. The stake doesn't have special rules, so you can just stake it and you can withdraw it whenever you want. So it's very simple and intuitive. So every day, your deposit will be verified, and if the deposit amount exceeds the $10, then you will get one ticket tomorrow. So then you should join Kaia Portal webpage and then claim the ticket. Because if you didn't claim the ticket, then you cannot participate in the same mission for the day. Okay, so every day you go there and then check the mission result and claim it and do again. So if the crypto price always changes. So if your deposit can increase and also decrease. So if your evaluated value exceeds $10, then you may withdraw a little bit of your deposit money, or if the valuation is less than $10, probably you needed to add more liquidity to get the tomorrow ticket. And the total reward size is $130K equivalent to ecosystem tokens. So because each people can participate in each project with $10, so you cannot increase, or you don't have any way to get more revenue, more benefit compared to others. So the reward size is limited for each one. So the total reward size is smaller compared to ecosystem points. And yeah, so that is the brief explanation about the daily mission. And the next mission is liquidity providing. And the right side part of the mission, and you will get ecosystem points. So if you provide liquidity on DEX pools or other DeFi protocol, then you will get the points corresponding to participating ecosystem tokens and DeFi. So, for example, if you provide liquidity on ground Kaia pair in DragonSwap, then you will get some ecosystem points of DragonSwap, and you will get ecosystem token points from ground. So you will get reward from two protocols, and also you will get Kaia reward as well. So you can get 3 types of reward with just one the one activity for participating. And the total reward size is 5 million Kaia and 1.37 million equivalent the dollar equivalent ecosystem tokens. So the pool is quite huge. So if participant is lost, then you will get more revenue because pool size is big, and it will be shared to all to participant. And also, if your liquidity is the outside of the spot price on DEX, or your liquidity is excessively inefficient because it is too far away from the spot price, then it cannot be counted. So yeah, so it is almost similar with the last epoch. Okay. And yeah, in the next page, and like the last epoch, we also have some additional ways to maximize your points about the ecosystem point. The first one is boost. So if you already participated in Epoch 1 before, then your account have a chance to get Epoch 1 LP boost. So it will provide 10% boost of your point. So yeah, it's quite huge. So if you joined our mission before, then please access with your account again and get this boost. And if not, then still there is another type of boost. You can get early access boost if you join our website before the launch date. So please join our website and connect your wallet. And also, we provide referral point as well. So if you have lots of referees, then also you will get lots of ecosystem points. So our system will provide 10% of ecosystem point acquired by your referred users. Okay. And in the next page, so the point calculation is the same as the last epoch. You will get point proportional to the liquidity amount you provided, and the boost factor 1.1 or 1.05, and liquidity provision duration, how long had you deposit. And in addition, you will get referral point. So those are the simple way to calculate it. And the detailed calculation and formal equation is described in Kaia portal docs. So please join to hotel-docs.kaia.io if you want to see more detail about the point calculation. Okay. And next slide. So that's all about the brief explanation about Epoch 2. And again, I'm sorry for the delay. But we will try to select the better the better timing for our Epoch launch. So we are currently talking with our participating project to get the better timing. And I think because some of project has the better timing in the March or others, because they have a TGE or other airdrop events. So I think we can get the better timing, maximize your benefit. The agile participant of Kaia portal mission. And because we have more time, so we also try to contact with other projects as well, because we missed some promising project because of their schedule and it was not aligned with our timing. So I think we can negotiate more to align between two project schedule. So yeah, so we could try to get the better mission project, and also we try to get the better DeFi ecosystem missions as well. Okay, so please keep updated with Kaia portal docs, and if you have any questions, please leave your comments on our chat room. Thank you.
Thanks, Aidan. So it looks like we did fairly well for the Epoch 1, and now we are moving on to Epoch 2. We have more opportunities, or opportunities with other partners as well for airdrop, right? And even better now, you can dedicate it. You stake once, and then you get 3 times the reward, or 3 forms of rewards as well. So your money can go really quite far with Portal. It can transport, it can take you places as a portal. But yeah, so thanks for that, Aidan. And We'll move on for tech. Thanks for keeping up. Aiden, take a breather, get some water, and let's go.
Okay, I will briefly update the tech-related activities from Foundation, and all the contents are related to mainnet today. So, so we are about to launch the next version of Kaia version 2.0, and we almost finished the development. So we will get security audit from the external company in March. And as soon as we completed all the audit and eliminating all bugs or something detected, then yeah, we will release the code, and the version will specify the hard fork date of our Kairos testnet. So after updating the testnet and checking all the features are working well, then we will update our mainnet. Then what kind of things will be updated? Okay, there are three big categories. The first one is consensus liquidity and gas abstraction. And the last one is Ethereum's Cancun hard fork EIPs. So I think we already showed the concept of consensus liquidity in the previous town hall meeting. So today I'm going to explain more about gas abstraction. And the Ethereum Cancun hard fork is it will happen in the next month, March, and our Kaia update also contained all the same changes to maintain the compatibility of EVM. And I think the one of the promising and the important changes having lots of attention is EIP 7702. It will increase the accessibility to use counter abstraction wallet. So I think if you are interested in AA, then you also can use Kaia as well. So, and there are lots of KIPs from the end of last year and early of this year. Some of them are related to consensus liquidity and gas transaction or MEB and storage cost reduction. So, so if you are interested in those items, please go to KIP website. Then you can see the technical specification of them. Okay, then I will just explain about gas transaction today and a little bit of the concept of transaction bundle as well that also used for gas transaction. Okay, in the next page. So it shows introduction of gas transaction. So maybe you heard about this keywords because already there are the same concept in another change or the application. So the purpose of gas transaction is that a user can pay transaction fee using ecosystem tokens instead of Kaia. When a user try to move assets from another chain to Kaia, at that time you breached your token, but at the time you can realize that you don't have any native token, so you should have additional inconvenient processes to get a native token. At that time, I think the gaseous transaction will be very helpful. So it will reduce the hurdle to be onboarded on Kaia. And of course, not all of token can use for transaction fee. Only the limited types of tokens participating consensus liquidity and native stable coin will be probably be the target tokens. And so the picture in the slide express what kind of user experience you will have with this feature. So the left side is the current normal transaction scenario. So if you want to swap your stable coin to Kaia, then of course you should pay transaction fee with Kaia. So you should have Kaia in your balance. But if we introduce gaseous transaction like the right side of picture, then you don't need to pay Kaia for transaction fee. Instead of that, your converted value, I mean the converted value in Kaia will a little bit reduced. But anyway, you don't need to pay for that transaction. So it will be very convenient. Okay. Okay, then how we can make this experience possible? Okay, I will explain the only key idea in the next page. So, okay. Actually, the technical details are quite complicated, so I will explain all the things and just say the concept make for our design. So, so in the picture, the number 2 swap TX is the transaction for gas risk. So when a user make a gas risk transaction at that time, the miner can detect the transaction when they create a block, and then they generate another transaction before the execution of the transaction. The purpose of the new transaction is the lending. So miner lend transaction fee to the user. And then because of after the execution of a lending transaction, user will have enough Kaia to for the transaction fee. So the next transactions, cashless transaction can be executed well. So it is the basic idea, and sometimes application needed to do something else. So I mean not just swapping their token. If they want to interact with game project with their another token, so at that time it is also possible. So if you swap more tokens in the swap transaction, gas risk transaction, then there will there will be remaining tokens after paying the transaction for 2 transactions. Then you can, the user can pay for the third transaction, additional transaction. So probably user side application should provide some seamless experience for the number 2 transaction and number 3 transaction. But anyway, user can swap, or user can interact with smart contract with gas risk transaction. Okay. Yeah, that's it about the idea. So then what kind of the benefit is expected? So because because it is using Kaia finally, but so Kaia utilities are preserved. But anyway, it also provides some utility as transaction fee payment for some tokens. So it will increase the utility of consensus liquidity tokens and native stable coins. And also, user can easily use the gas risk transaction if their wallet or application support this feature. So currently there are similar concepts in other chains, but if a user want to use it, then user should use a specific wallet, or user should pay for specific services. And also the wallet and service needed to implement it a lot to provide the feature. But after the introduction of gaseous transaction concept in Kaia, the wallet providers or the apps can easily support this feature, just updating a few lines of code, and then user can just enjoy this feature with the wallet or the app supporting this feature. And also in the perspective of foundation, the gaseous transaction fee can be used to bond Kaia. So it will help to make the deflationary model in Kaia ecosystem, increasing the value of Kaia. Yep. We haven't decided the fee charge yet, but technically it is possible. Okay, so that's it about the gaseous transaction. And if you are interested in this concept, please go to KIP website and leave comment if you have your own ideas. Thank you.
Thanks, Aidan. So there you have it, folks. You are in good hands because really the spectrum of talent and people we have in Kaya Foundation goes everywhere. Yeah? And you're well covered on the tech side. And gasless transactions, coming soon. Thanks, Aidan. We'll move on to marketing updates. We'll bring back John up and 1, 2, 3. Voila. There he is.
All right.
Hey, John.
Hey. So yeah, gasless transactions coming soon. Super exciting. Now, I just wanted to take my section of the town hall tonight to kind of just, provide like an overview, like a high level kind of like, breakdown of like the strategy that we're approaching. Because I mean, in terms of actual content, I'm assuming that a lot of you watching right now are probably like, following our Twitter accounts. So no really need to like go like, deep dive into the content or anything like that. But I thought it would be worthwhile and interesting if we just provided, some more insights and context into like where we're coming from when we're actually planning and deploying the content. Yep. So on to the next page. Starting January, there's been a lot of things happening right now. So obviously we had the mini dApp launch in January, and in February, we had a bunch of offline activations. We've been continuing to onboard new mini dApps. So we began with 32, now we have 41. In March and April, we also have a bunch of milestones and offline activations. Now, a couple of points that I wanted to just kind of like really highlight is, for Q1, the core objective is very clear for us, and that is to sustain momentum into Q2. So with the launch of the mini dApp and dApp portal on January 22nd, it's probably the most amount of enthusiasm, increase in awareness and engagement that we've seen in such a short time, like ever, probably in the sense of Kaia, in the history of Kaia. And what we want to do is we want to be able to maintain this continuing into Q2. That's our key kind of like goal here at the moment. And we're doing this in a couple of ways. So obviously, like, we update our Twitter with content all the time. But most importantly, I think it's very important for us to kind of make sure we talk to our partners and also internally to make sure that our milestones that we've been planning for Q1 are timed strategically. So we didn't want all the milestones to be out there at one go. We also wanted to take market conditions into consideration as well. So we're going to be very strategic with the milestones coming up before Q2. And what are these milestones? Well, it could be anything from a TGE from one of the 41 mini dApps that are out there. And also could be, can't confirm anything, but the onboarding of a native stablecoin, which I like briefly mentioned at the start. So yeah, all in all, the TLDR here is that we're going to be very strategic in announcing and timing our milestones. And so if there is a gap, it is a conscious decision. But here the goal and objective is to make sure that we maintain this momentum that we have. And we'll be leveraging all the channels that we have to do it. Next page. And one thing I just wanted to really highlight was ever since we, launched the Kaia mainnet together with, our collaboration with Line, we've seen so much more engagement and enthusiasm for what we're doing. And also we had a mission where we had to reach not our existing audience, but also audiences in other ecosystems, but also outside of crypto as well. Because ultimately, and at the end of the day, our kind of like core strategic target is the Line Messenger user. So that's like your sister, your brother, your mother, your dad, your grandmother, your grandfather. And in order to do this, we felt like as if we needed to really like, create a broader, breadth of content. So normally before it was very text focused because Twitter is obviously our main kind of like communication touch point. But because we wanted to expand this out and also expand our reach and also expand our accessibility, we're focusing a lot more on video content, and the reception has been great. I hope you guys really enjoy it. So we're going to be moving forward, working with our teams internally and also external partners to create a lot more video content. And we also have a lot more content where we engage with other third parties as opposed to just us talking, right? So we have the roundtables, we have the AMAs, and also, myself, I've always been active on Twitter, but recently Sam's been posting more, and I think you're going to see a lot more foundation members participate because, again, at the end of the day, we just want to be able to leverage this momentum and sustain it. Yep, next page. And another great kind of side effect, if you will, of all of this has been the massive exponential growth in community-generated content. So we have, ever since, for example, we integrated with the Flipside and Dune, we've had a lot of their creators create content. I'm sure you've seen some of this in your timeline. Just wanted to highlight and give a shout out to DeFi King because his weekly recaps are a godsend for me as well, because it actually helps me to kind of catch up with all the things going on, because there is literally hundreds of things happening within the Kaia ecosystem at the moment, and it can get kind of tough trying to catch up with all of that. So definitely, if you're not following DeFi King yet, you should. But yeah, I mean, we've seen a massive influx of community created content, which is great, which is the first signs of how engaged your community is. And especially, we've seen a lot of community-generated content in Japanese and Chinese, which is great because Taiwan and Japan are obviously strategic regions for us because Line is the primary messenger in those regions. And we've also made efforts to collaborate directly with a lot of Web3 creators and KOLs as well. And that's been fantastic. Through them, we've been able to really extend and expand our reach. And we've definitely seen an increase in engagement with new communities. So members, so retail users, end user developers who may not be familiar with Kaia are now getting to see Kaia and understanding what Kaia is about. And in line with all of this, because we're seeing a lot of great community created content, we've had a lot of inquiries in regards to an ambassador program. Now, we do have an ambassador program in place. And if you like writing tweets and long form content about Kaia, you just want to kind of work closer with the foundation, feel free to reach out to us via DM, send a DM to one of our official accounts, and we'll show you how you can apply for the ambassador program. Or better yet, I'll ask my team to kind of maybe provide another brief recap on how people can participate in the ambassador program. Because it's, again, if you're bull posting about Kaia, why not do it closer and together with the foundation? So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. But it's been fantastic seeing this exponential increase in community created content. I mean, before, just a couple of months ago, if you searched specific hashtags, it was just literally just like myself or the official account. But now, and it's a good thing, you can hardly see any posts from myself or even the foundation official account, because there is so much user created content, which again is a sign of a healthy ecosystem. And last slide, just wanted to highlight this. Previously, before the launch of Kaia, we were not conservative per se, but we were very selective in our offline participation. We were definitely more focused on the online side of things. But moving forward, ever since we've been onboarding a lot of builders, networking with a lot of builders, we realized the importance of offline events when coming to actually establishing, building, and facilitating growth for these kind of communities, especially the dev community. So moving forward, we'll be doing a lot more offline events, but I think we're going to be taking a different strategy as to we have been before, where we wanted to kind of go big or go home. It was like a Kaia proprietary event, but I think moving forward, we'll be doing a lot more smaller events together with our ecosystem partners and community partners. I think that's just a more efficient and more effective way. So multiple small events. So that said, I'm sure if there's a conference in your town, there'll be a Kaia event somewhere. Make sure you bookmark and follow our Luma page, which was linked earlier in the monthly recap, to see what all the events are available. And just wanted to briefly kind of like highlight KBBQ DAO, which is kind of like our networking group, if you will, for industry professionals, builders, investors, retail, everyone. So it's a great opportunity to kind of like network with people who are all interested in Kaia. Like we had one KBBQ DAO dinner in Hong Kong, and we ended up with 95 industry professionals in our official Telegram group. So it's a great way to get the latest news and happenings within the Kaia ecosystem, and also network with other Kaia builders. So if you're interested, DM the official account or DM my account, and we'll let you know about it. But definitely there'll be a KBBQ DAO event sometime like in your town in the near future, I'm sure. Okay, and just wanted to take this opportunity again to provide like a high level, overview and some context around the direction that we're taking for our marketing on our channels. And I think that's a wrap for me. Paulo?
Thanks, John. I will definitely join those K barbecue. Is it always going to be Korean barbecue?
Unfortunately, since we've named the DAO KBBQ, I think we are obligated, but I think
Every
we
time.
can out to like other like kinds of Korean food.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so we're close to the end. So that was a big round. Thanks for everyone that stayed in so far. Part of a ritual in our community town halls is to then answer a bunch of your questions. Since this is a very special space, right, where you can ask us directly on what we're thinking, and we're here for you. And we have some questions. Um, should I look into this? There are some that are in our Discord. I'll read some questions from our Discord, okay? So the first question that we have here is for Aiden. For Fireblocks now supporting Kaya, what tools or APIs will be available for developers to facilitate institutional asset management? And how can dApps leverage this integration for better security and compliance? What's so special about Fireblocks? Yeah.
Oh, so the Fireblocks is one of the best custodial service company. So if you are managing your treasury or a big amount of the money, then at that time they will provide one of the secure and the most secure way to maintain your assets. So they'll sometimes actually I'm in lots of finance people who needed to manage their private key, but in case of them, they are not tech guy, and some of them are even not the Web3 people, so they feel a lot of uncomfortable in managing private keys. So at that time, Fireblocks will provide a very similar experience of other Web2 services and the way to manage their account. And indeed, the Fireblocks will provide convenient service for the financial audit. So if you are the big company needed to get financial audit every period, then it also the solution and of the Fireblocks also provide very convenient way to you. Yeah, so I recommend it for the treasury managers or other big big amount of crypto managers.
Okay, thanks, Aiden. So TLDR, for those that are listening, Fireblocks is one of the most trusted institutions for custody and for compliance. So thank you for that question. Now I'll move on to two more, and then we can call it a night. All right. So for John, question for you is about KBBQ DAO. How can developers or builders and community members leverage this and the Luma link?
Yep. I mean, so for these kind of like, I'm sure if you've if you've been around in the Web3 space for a while, you know that there are these like offline DAOs, right? DAO in quotations. Because there is technically like an on-chain governance aspect to it, but it's more of like a social group, networking group, so on. But there is one requirement to kind of like be a part of these kind of like offline DAOs, which is to participate in one of our offline events, and then you'll be invited into the official kind of group. So if you can ever make it out to one of our KBBQ DAO offline events, make sure you do. And then from then on, you can get an invite to the Telegram. But that said, it's not like a private club or anything like that. So if you want to join the KBBQ DAO, which is just a growing group of like 90 industry professionals, DM one of our mods or something, and they'll like reach out to me and I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I mean, so the KBBQ DAO was created to facilitate a couple of things. First, obviously networking between investors, builders, users, community leaders, KOLs, and so on. And one thing that links and aligns all of these people in the DAO is their enthusiasm for the Kaia ecosystem. So if you're a Kaia, I think the KBBQ DAO is a great way to network and especially if you have a service that you're looking to maybe like onboard as a mini DApp. Definitely, there are aspects where people in the room could probably provide you with guidance. I'm not going to say expedite because that's just a whole other kind of conversation, but definitely guidance on like how you can with the application process. Also, there are VCs there, so if you're looking for funding, it's possible that you could maybe initiate conversations. But yeah, it's just again generally a great opportunity to network and discuss things with like-minded people with again the underlying kind of consistent conversation point, which is the Kaia ecosystem.
Okay, thanks, Sean. So it's not exclusive, but it's a bunch of cool guys still coming and proper builders are there, and it's coming near you.
Sorry, I completely missed the second part of the question, which was is there opportunities for co-hosting events and stuff like that? Yeah, absolutely. If you if you feel like as if you have a decent kind of I guess decent connections with communities within your local region and would like to hold a Kaia event or co-host an event during a bigger conference, let us know. Just DM our official accounts and we'll connect with our events lead. But yeah, definitely we are open to co-hosting, co-sponsoring offline activations because like I said, I feel like that's a more efficient way of having an offline presence than having every event kind of be run by us.
Okay, thanks, John. Yeah, so if you're keen, if you're listening here, you're a community member or a builder, just DM our official accounts. We'll get back to you. Finally, for Nate, regarding the fraud detection service, right? So we understand that builders or dApps offer incentives, right? But how do you toe the line between how do we balance it out between rewarding users for their contribution and also not too much, or maybe, or how does the FDS come into play here, and how can users and builders, what should they look out for?
Yeah, as I mentioned, we are analyzing some abusing pattern and abusing pattern. So I think there will be a positive change for the apps. We can analyze cherry picker count and some patterns to guide better policies, ensuring fair reward go to real users. So and I think we are analyzing user at the DA portal level now, and if we identify cherry pickers or abuser at this level, we will take action such as policy change at the platform level. And I think if there are any additional measures that need to taken on the DApp or developer side, we provide further guidance separately. I think this is question from developer, I think. And from the DApp perspective, one piece of my advice is that since rewarded user can be analyzed, and you can adjust rewards based on factors such as their play time and payment conversion rate. This is more related to DApp reward management rather than I think developer side.
All right. Thanks, Nate. Thanks for the tips. Yeah, so don't make it too easy. Build loyalty, proper loyalty through the reward schemes, and the users will come. We have 35 million, Kaia Nation members already. So, yeah, that about wraps it up for today for us. Thank you, everyone that tuned in. We have been live on Facebook, YouTube, and on X, and on Discord as well. And if you missed this, and if you came late, rather, as a community member, you can always catch us on. This will be recorded, and this will be on our YouTube channel. And please, I'm flashing these links and QR codes right up here. Join our communities, then you will know like which tabs are coming in soon, what rewards are they offering, when is EPOC coming. So all of that is going to be distilled in these links, only these links. And hit us up. We're online, we're on Discord, we're on Telegram, we're on X, we're everywhere. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you at the next community town hall next month, end of the month. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.